Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and whatever else is watching. My name is Nick, and we are playing once more Dragon Quest Builders for the Nintendo Switch. Previously, we went to Ilias's place and we found out what caused the illness that our three, patients who turned zombies were suffering from. Unfortunately, however, Elle has got the same disease. And Gerontius has asked us not to give up on her. And to find a cure. For his granddaughter. That is something we will do eventually, but first I actually want to do Hazel's quest, because that is gonna give us a lot of an advantage. And what knowledge would that be? Yeah, you've never told us what the knowledge was, so hey! Oh yeah, you told us that! But I also told you we don't have a forge. Okay. That would be preferable than the weapons that we have now. Although I do have an iron broadsword. Five chunks of silver. Okay. I probably should have them already. Yeah, I have them already. That was easy. Yeah, duh. You need a forge. And I don't have one. I cannot build one here. Wrong table, and I don't have copper. Sure, you were the one who brought up the metalworking. Oh, now I have to think it up. Well, we do have that herbalist cauldron. Maybe I can cause some chemical reactions. Well, that's noble of you. That's actually really noble. She brought it up, but yeah, she can't do anything with it. But it is not out of, hey, hey, pay attention to me. But more out of, I actually want to help defeat the Hades Condor. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit selfish though. But maybe the herbalist cauldron. And this recipe is actually the thing that I was waiting for. And I don't know where you got the Seed of Life, hit that from. I hope it wasn't in the other ear now. But yeah, liquid metal will open up a lot for us now. And it's so sad that you get this stuff all near the end. That you had to do so long without. Liquid metal requires silver and a sticky liquid. If you're wondering where do you get the sticky liquid, well, it are those drolls, the purple one. I think they are called droll drones. They drop them. You can farm them a little bit further inland here, or they are attacking the town once in a while. So. And with that, we can now make keys. And a chainmail. And a falcon blade. Ooh, the falcon blade is good. And divine daggers. And the silver shield. Ooh. Okay, so let's see what that really does. First off, let's wait that for the next day. Let's go to bed first. First up, I want to make keys, and 7 of them in total. Keys are it's actually pretty significant that you are creating keys in this chapter, because in Dragon Quest 1 you had all these locked doors and you needed keys to open them. You needed magic keys actually, and those keys could only be bought and found in Rimuldar. So you needed to reach this place in order to open up all those doors that you encountered all over Alefgard. Back then they were called magic keys. In later Dragon Quests, Dragon Quest 2 and higher, a magic key was actually a permanent item and not a consumable. You only had to find the magic key once and then later an ultimate key, and you pretty much could open every lock. However, in Dragon Quest 1, keys were consumable items. So if you use them to open a lock, then that key would also disappear. And I think it's only Dragon Quest 1 that did that. For the rest, liquid silver allows us to create a falcon blade. It has an attack plus 25, which is less than the iron broadsword, which has an attack plus 26, and less than the iron axe, which is an attack plus 30. However, for one attack, the falcon blade strikes twice. So it is 2 times an attack of plus 25. Which does ridiculous damage. So it's pretty much, yeah, a lot more damage than you would usually do. And therefore it is one of the most powerful weapons in Dragon Quest history itself. And now I'm lucky that I didn't make that Ring of Immunity, because otherwise I would have to find gold first before I could make the Falcon Blade. Lucky that I made the Naughty Nightlight before. Okay. What we can also make with is a chainmail. The chainmail gives a plus 16 defense. But we also need Beware Wolf pelts. And, well, we can only get that later in the game. Through the green teleportal, but I'm not going there. And 16 defense is not as high as 20. and it doesn't give the movement speed. So the Cloak of Evasion still is better. However, the Sapphire is a pain to get. That's the only disadvantage towards the Cloak of Evasion. And talking about the Sapphire that's a pain to get, it is also required for the Silver Shield. Silver Shield was a shield in Dragon Quest 1. Actually, to be honest, it was the shield in Dragon Quest 1. It was the final and best defense that you could get in shields. So you didn't have all those pretty other shields just yet. No, the Silver Shield was the thing. And you also got that one in Rimuldar. So it's not really strange that you get it right here. It's a plus 13 defense, which is better than the plus 2. But unfortunately it does require a Sapphire, and that's a pain. Okay, now that I have talked about this and shown you all of that, let's equip the Falcon Blade. I will go over the Falcon Blade a little bit more later and show you the double attack. But for now, first I am going all over the areas that we've already visited and open up those locks that we came across. Starting at the Sickly Swamp, the place where Rimuldar itself is, we have our first, well, cavern or hut that was locked. And I also want to get those magic doors. This is an Yggdrasil essence, and I now notice that I have way too many items in my item bar. Don't need you, 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 don't need you immediately. Yggdrasil essence. You might think this sea looks the same as, well, what we need to cure Elle. However, it is not. This is not what we need to cure her with. However, this functions as a restorative potion, like medicinal herbs. It can heal you up to full, no matter how high, just like the Seeds of Life. Complete restore. It also, if you have it in the item bar and not in the Colossal Coffer, will automatically be used once you actually die. So when your HP drops to 0, it will be automatically used. It functions the same as a fairy in a bottle for The Legend of Zelda. Okay, now I am going to the Prickly Wilds. See you over there! In the Prickly Wilds, beyond the blue teleportal, you can see it in the distance. It's not that far away from here. Or not that far away from the teleportal, because you can see the teleportal in the distance. And I tell you, the Switch version doesn't have that big of a draw distance either. So yeah, that's how close it is. We have our second locked building. And I'm gonna grab the door as well. And we get... Oh! Oh! Oh, I have to unequip something first. The Ring of Clarity can go. I'm not gonna deal with confusion anytime soon. So, oh, featherfall footwear. This will allow us to jump off of high ledges, like in the previous chapter. And, well, why did it come so late? Back in the water area of the ancient palace, near the tower where we found our first rusty nuggets, and also came across those Hocus Chimeras, we have another locked building. Oh god, please don't put me to sleep. Ouch! And in here we get... Oh, let's get out before I do this. We get the Ring of Criticality. Remember, the Ring of Criticality. Yeah, I can do away with the gold ring right about now. But the Ring of Criticality increases the critical hit rate a lot. So each time you strike, a dice is rolled to see if it is a critical hit or not, which has about 2.5 to 3 times more damage you do then. But with the Falcon Blade combined, that does 2 strikes at once, you have that roll twice. So the combination of Falcon Blade and Ring of Criticality is just powerful. Oh, and I seem to have hit some really bad rolls over there. You then, because usually you have 1 in 2 chance or so to get a critical hit. Okay, believe me, it does do a lot more damage. So why it doesn't do it now? And you'll notice when... There, that's a critical hit. Why it did... Oh, I got a monster egg. So I don't know why it doesn't trigger more often, but okay. Up to the next doors. Back again at the ancient palace, where we fought the lunatic in the castle area, we also had 2 locked doors. Well, we can now unlock them. And the first one contains gold. Oh, now I can make my ring of immunity. And that's also probably the last thing that you need it for. So, and we have divine daggers. Divine daggers are throwing weapons. They do the same as throwing stones, however they are a little bit stronger, and with undead monsters they cause paralysis, which can be very useful. Now I need to go back. I'll see you back in Rimuldar, and I am also going to see if I can grab me a sapphire or something. Okay, that took a while to get that sapphire. Really, I had to take out a lot of these guys. But I can now create my silver shield. And I also noticed that I've been running around with my training dogs. Whoops! Okay. Next up, what are we gonna do now? I think I want to build a specific room first. Let's see. For that room I need 2 comfy chairs. I don't have those yet. I need a pot. And I also need 2 signs. Well, let's make 2 lady signs this time. So, items. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, no you. You are not longer necessary for the moment. Give me 2 signs. I have 2 stools. I also need... Oh, I still had a pot. Oops, about that one. And that is it for the moment. So I want to make this room a little bit better. A fancy bedroom. If I place additional chairs in it. A pot. This stove here acts as a fancy light source. And then hang up... Oh, I create a master bedroom now. But if I hang up this, I create a superior shared room. It requires 2 resident signs, 1 pot, 2 fancy beds, 2 chairs, and 1 fancy light source. Like I said, the stove acts as a fancy light source. It's not the bonfire. That does not count as a fancy light source. This can be assigned as a private room to 2 residents. So, who shall I put this for? Let's see. Well, for me, for one, then I have at least a decent room to sleep in, a decent bed that don't involve touching anyone else. And let's see who else could go here. Why not Casey? I could do Mildred, but Mildred never goes to bed anyway. And it's better used to give it to someone else. Okay, now that I did all of that, it's time to step beyond the green teleportal and see what that has to offer. Because, well, Gerontius did ask us to go here. And purple rain, and I don't know anything else about the lyrics. I'm not that well versed in print, or should I say tough cup. You guys are a nuisance. The green Naviglobe. This is... Well, let's see. Items. Where do I have it? This is the most south island beneath Rimuldar. The island where it used to have the Holy Sanctuary, where you would have to go to hand in the Staff of Rain, the Sunstone and emblems, or Erdrick's emblem, to get the rainbow drop in order to go towards the Dragonlord. Ew, what do we have here? This is a gravestone. Well, I'll stick with the other ones. Ouch! Finally! My ring of criticality does a little bit more than... These are the enemies that we came across in our battles for Defend the Town. Yee. Oh! I have a cave here. Let's see what's inside. Beyond gold and silver there was actually nothing. Ooh, those green ones. I do like to take you out as well. But you do have poison. Oh, we have a medal memorial. Youch! Don't do that! Okay, this hurts. And my thing isn't on triggering either. So... Ow! Phew! Oof! Oh hey, we have another cave. Let's see what's inside. You know, this purple rain doesn't make it anything better either. With all these graves. That's not good either. And actually our first stop on our way is that guy over there. That big dude. And let's hope we don't get interrupted too much, because this guy is big. And I don't like to be in his path too much when, of course, there are other people around. And he summons other little ones. But the reason why I am, well, taking him out is because he drops a strength ring. Combined with the broadsword, that could be a good deal. I could also swap out my featherfall footwear for the strength ring at the moment. And do even more damage. Although I am gonna climb up high, so I'm not gonna do that, because that's gonna be a pain in the tuchus if I have to do more about that. You! I do need something from you, but you're not dropping it. Ooh, another cave. Okay, beyond then that skeletons are following me in here, that cave had nothing. I have to say, this looks really sad with all these gravestones running, lying down here. That's just way too awful. I should have worn my ring of immunity with these guys. Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm actually killing those zombies, well, they dropped something that I would like to have for a later episode, and I am not planning on trying to grind with them as much as I did for the sapphire. But my luck doesn't seem to hold up. Ooh, there is something here. The gravestones change up. Really? Really? All of them are following me in here? God grief. Okay. First up, you would probably want me to go over there. However, I actually want to do that tower first. Because if you take a good look at that tower, you will notice something. Really? You will notice something. It doesn't seem like, if you're trying to look closely at the tower, as if there is any chest on here. And that creates a little bit of a paranoia. Because why would I climb this? And does that mean that there can be towers that actually don't have prizes? So you climb up them and you don't get anything from them? Actually, no. It requires a bit. Was that on this level? I guess not. Guess you needed to go higher. Hopefully those chimeras will stay out of my way, because there is... here we have it. The chest is buried inside the tower. Sneaky! Those bastards. Those game developers. And what does that chest give us? Nothing. Oh, it gave us a seed of life. Although that was obscured first by the... Ouch. Okay, so now before I continue on with next, I will first try to get to... Yes, I will try to get over there. And build me my knight so I can go to bed for a little bit. Okay, yep, let's sleep. I am not in the mood for, well, all of the rubbish they are trying to throw at me. Ooh, another cave. Let's see if I can find something in here. Okay, that cave didn't contain anything of much use. Only some ore. Yeah. But first, let's get to this thing. We have a ballista over here. Grab it, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need more than one against the Hades Condor though. Oh, the ballista, a little bit of operating instructions, yeah. Okay, that's true. Although those Knights of Rimuldar probably didn't win, considering the Hades Condor is still around. And knowing that, they actually used the ballista as a defensive option. So they already tried that and failed. Okay. That is interesting. They already tried the ballista, but they failed in doing so. Well, it seems there's another journal here next to a corpse. Blasto. Oh man, that was a really awful spell. I remember that from Dragon Quest III. When you got hit that, or your party members got hit with that, oh, that's awful. Because then you're far away from the starting area from the game. And if your party members got hit with that, they got blasted all the way back to the starting area. So you will have to travel back with your hero to the starting area and recruit your party members again to get them back. And thus, if all three of them were gone, you had to go alone. And you had all those random battles. Oof. Oh. This is interesting. Because apparently what was the problem is that these guys behind the ballistas were hit with a blasto and therefore flung away from the ballistas, so they couldn't actually use it. That means they just gave us something that we have to hit our heads in order to stay with the ballistas. That is some sound advice, which we are going to need to use later on. And let's see, there should be something more further on. Yeah? Okay, yes. We are here. And you know, if I fight these birds, I am getting the final... Ouch! Yep. Ow! But how many are you, guys? These guys give the werewolf pelts that are required for the chainmail. And I see another cave. Does this cave have the thing that I want? This one is more elaborate. Yes, it has. Yes, the cave has the things that I want and that I need. And this is the final chest item that we can find in this area. I don't think there's any more. Well, we have one thing, but that requires a little bit more. But there's no one chest that is just random out and about. Okay, now, having come to this place, this is the entrance towards the Holy Sanctum and Yggdrasil. Actually, there doesn't seem to be much of a tree left anymore. But that is for the next episode. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you come back for next time. If you did like it, leave a like behind. If you didn't like it, then leave a dislike behind. But I would also appreciate some feedback on what I might do to improve my future videos. I thank you all for watching, and until next time. Bye!